Okay, everyone, welcome to the G3 Boardroom. Today we're going to be reviewing Flashpoint Fire Rescue.
By
Did not have
indie boards and cards?
Are you asking me or
No,
you
that's what
telling
it
me?
says. Indie boards and cards.
Okay.
Oh, okay. This is a fun co-op game where, as you might have guessed by the title, we have to go into this building, we save people, have to put out fires.
No, that's what we're supposed to do. It's not what we do.
Well, sometimes we've had various degrees of success playing this game in the past. I think the game that was recorded, we lost.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we
Oh,
lost.
yeah.
Just a little.
Pretty
I think
bad.
this half of the building was gone.
Yeah.
And I think only one of us escaped.
Yes.
Yes.
I like this game because it's pretty simple. It's pretty basic. I mean, you look at the graphics on here. It's nothing too extravagant or detailed. I mean, the plastic pieces are kind of.
I like pieces.
Yeah, I mean they're
It's generic fireman, but man, I like it a whole lot more than Standy.
they're sturdy.
I suppose you could paint it.
I have seen them paint them. People have done a really good job with it.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I really enjoy this game. I enjoy a few of the mechanics in it, especially. I like the theme of it because it really feels like you are in danger and that if you don't take care of this fire, you're going to die. Mm-hmm. And they do a really good job with that because every single turn, you're moving around on the board and you're flipping these things over, trying to get rid of the fire, but then it comes down to the dice roll because it's that complete unknown, which I think tends to give a little more realism in terms of what a fire is because you don't know what could happen in a real fire. It could spread anywhere at any time. And the game also adds some expert mechanics or expert rules where you can play with these or not. It all depends on how much of a challenge you want. You can add these hot spots in there, which can cause fire to spread more quickly or pop up more quickly. You can add these hazardous materials in here that can cause explosions and cause walls to blow up.
I don't think I've ever played with the hazardous materials.
Well,
That's
because
interesting.
we play with the basic mechanics and we still lose.
Sometimes we've beat it before.
I don't want to risk my life putting out a fire in a meth lab.
Where do you think most fires start?
Just saying.
Yes.
How many kitchen fires do you think happen that are going to spread throughout the entire building?
I do like some of the mechanics in this. I mean, I do like how, it starts off as smoke and then, that those are the ones that are going to become fire. And I like it if this one becomes fire, then if there's smoke adjacent to it, that becomes fire and how it can spread. So, I mean, it can get out of hand quite quickly.
See the video.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And I'd like to make this point too. Dave said that your job is to go through and put out the smoke and put out the fire. But if you watch the video, there's only one player who's putting out the fires, and you guys are running around doing I don't know what. I was putting out fires.
Well, because there's another aspect of the
game.
Which-
goal of the game.
Which, again, makes it feel realistic that you have these unknown people that you're supposed to go into the building and save before they get killed. And the beauty of this is they are unknown. When you flip it over, it could be a person, or maybe we got lucky this time. Maybe it's all three. No, or it could be absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And that's, again,
Or one of them like a dog.
dogs and cats are also
Yeah.
things you can save.
Yes.
I think it's a fun game too. I enjoy the randomness, the unexpected stuff that goes on. It is very enjoyable. If you're gonna play this game, and I do recommend that you play it because it is a lot of fun. Play with people who roll well. I don't know where you find these people. I never have. But
Are you in this group of people who do not roll well?
no.
Oh,
None of that was my fault. I remember very clearly it being all of your fault.
If you haven't played the game, the rolling, like to figure out where the fire is going to pop up, you roll the die and then you put it on, you have a horizontal and a vertical.
Like a
and
graph.
the red die is on the, one side, the black die is on the other side. Then where they intersect, that's where the bad stuff happens. So, that randomness is interesting.
Recalling our playthrough, we were doing okay, and then we seriously had like 4 bad rolls in a row that just blew the kitchen walls out,
yeah.
and that was that.
which I think gives it some realism. It really does. It felt like, you know what, we're in serious danger. This fire's out of control. We better do something quick.
Was it Jason that was outside when the house finally collapsed? I think it might have been you. And you just kind of whistled and walked away.
Yeah, it's all right. Because I'd gotten blown up, and when you get caught up in the fire, you have to go outside, and then you have to go back in. So that's where I was not
I
happening.
was in the kitchen, never to be found.
I mean, the good thing is if it's going to go south, it usually goes south pretty quickly. So you're not going to spend like 4 hours playing a game and then
Right.
lose.
And barely lose, you lose in style.
Yeah, it goes bad quickly. That's a great point. I think it's got some great replayability.
Yeah.
I don't want to flip this whole thing, but the board is actually two-sided. So you could play, I guess the other side's more advanced. There are, 8 different characters you can choose from?
Mm-hmm.
And during the game, another great mechanic, while you're playing the game, let's say you need something specific, you can actually switch out your character. It takes some turns and actions to do it, but still, at least it gives you options. You know, I really need this character right now. I'm not just stuck with what I have, what I started with. You know, just a neat idea. The ability to drive the fire truck around the board. I mean, to try and put out large areas of fire. Again, this is all part of the advanced game.
We could have used that driving it right through the center of the building.
There are no walls.
There's plenty of room.
Yeah.
Just gonna park that thing right in the middle of the kitchen. So I think the replayability of this game is excellent as well because
It is because of the randomness. You know, you could have a fire here, you could have a fire there. We had a fire. I want to say the kitchen was obviously bad, but I want to say there was a fire over here in this bathroom that we couldn't quite explain.
correct.
Oh yeah.
But you know, it's random. It's not going to be the same thing every time you play it. On dice there are some things happen more times than others, and when we're playing as a group, whatever the worst possible thing could happen is what's going to happen. You don't need to roll a 3. Here's a 3. You know, it happens.
Right.
Call that Jason's Law.
Yeah.
Jason's
Yeah. But no.
cousin of Murphy.
It is. Yeah. But no, it's a lot of fun. I enjoy this game. It's a good one.
Yeah, one last thing I want to point out that I think is great about this game is these action points here. You get 4 or 5 actions depending on the character you're playing. But on your turn, if you don't use your action, you can save them till your next turn, or you can actually give them to another player so that you're not wasting actions. Again, just a neat mechanic.
You
Just,
have never helped me in a game ever. Never once.
I also like this one that the kind of the win condition is obvious. You know the goal that you're going for, and you can kind of see what what still needs to be done.
Yeah.
And as you rescue people, more people come out, but it's a finite amount. And, you know when the game's going to be won.
yeah, I think the minimum is rescue 7 people in danger, or cats in danger, I suppose, because
Living things.
living things in danger.
Yes.
But I would highly recommend this one. I'm a big fan of this game.
Good game. A lot of
And
fun.
there are a few expansions to it that also add some more variety to it as well.
Do you have these expansions?
I have one of them, yes.
We should play that.
I agree.
So lots of expandability, lots of replay ability. I really love the games that are. I'd rather have a game that is very simple and basic, and then has, advanced options or maybe expansions, than something where it's just, way too much stuff right from the get-go. So this is great because I kind of like you can kind of dumb it down if you don't want a serious night of gaming, but you can really amp it up if you really want to get.
You want to watch
get
a lot
into
of people
some.
burn?
But it's
Disturbing.
it's cooperative though, so no one's gonna get
Oh,
that. No
so-
one's gonna flip the board and rage quit the board game.
Why are you looking at me?
No. Just a lot of fingers will be pointed, that's all.
Yes.
So,
All right, so that's Flashpoint Fire Rescue.
good one.
Highly recommended.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Go check it out.